heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank, they see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways, really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it, no beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it, we'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the field, and go for ching and nine, I'm on a pia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay the feeder, and put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art is an art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. And this should stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check.
What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night. We're in studio, hurricane and all. We're here. So thank you all for coming in, checking it out. A lot of people reached out to me, asked me how we were doing. Actually doing very, very good. I can't say the same for my friends down south in Naples and Sarasota, but we are doing actually really, really well. And I'm actually really surprised that we still have power and internet up here, given the fact that the winds have been so freaking bad throughout the day. But one thing that has been on our side is the fact that there hasn't been any lightning, and usually lightning is what ends up taking out our power here, at least in Hernando. It's usually pretty bad. So for anybody who's asked, you know, where I'm at in Florida, I'll just sort of show you where I'm at, so you know, like we're pretty much out of harm's way for the most part. I want to say for the most part. But if we look at on the screen here, you can sort of see that little blue dot. That is where I am at. When they first started projecting this storm to come through, they were projecting it to come much higher or just over us. So either or way, that would have been a direct hit. Now I'm like about 6 miles from the water, so I'm actually relatively pretty close to the Gulf of Mexico. But we got incredibly lucky. Now I don't know how it's going to progress through the night as it trends up the peninsula here. May get a little worse, may not. If we lose power, hopefully it's not for an incredibly long time, but that's honestly such a trivial thing to worry about comparison to what people down in Naples is going through. So, yeah, nothing to play with, nothing to mess with. But luckily enough, it could have been a hell of a lot worse, and it wasn't. So pretty happy right now. But again, still a long night to go, but I figured we would stream while we did still have power and internet. Let me go ahead and bring in Eddie.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, man. So
glad to see you.
Yeah, man. We didn't know if we were going to be doing this tonight, you know?
Yeah.
We had no idea. We had no idea that we would be doing a live stream. I thought for sure that we would be screwed. I thought
Yeah, watching the news here from, all the way from New York, looking at the conditions down there, I thought, I've been texting you back and forth, like, hey, are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay?
I was pretty good. Like I told you, I went to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you were Chick-fil-A.
I was at Wawa today. So, I mean, it sucks because, rains obviously just shut everything down, and everything's shut down. And it's better to be safe than sorry, because a lot of those forecasts that were happening really looked like it was going to hit higher. And then I was like, man, this is going to be the first time we've ever had a direct hit. We've always been pretty lucky. Like we've either been hit really far to the south, a little bit to the north. We've had one come to the right. Actually, where I live, there was only one storm that's ever hit us directly, and it didn't even have a name. It formed overnight, hit us really hard, and it was gone by morning. It was the no-name storm. It was like back in the early 90s. So we've been really, really, really fortunate where we are here. So once again, lucking out, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, a lot of people weren't so fortunate, and there's a lot of devastation and destruction down there in Naples. Um, I have friends in Sarasota that said it's pretty bad. The flooding, the storm surge is pretty bad. So hopefully, like I said, night goes through and nothing intensifies or worsens in this way. Because what you got to worry about now is like tornadoes, and in this area, tornadoes usually, like, we have had several touchdown. Not this hurricane, but previous hurricanes, Hurricane Irma, we've had some touchdowns and things like that. So hopefully none of that
Scary stuff.
happens. It is scary. It's weird. It's weird to deal with, but everybody's okay, happy, healthy, and that's all
good.
you can ask for. So
Yeah.
let's talk about drones, because this is Drone Brews. Two new releases this past week, which is pretty cool, from DJI, and perfect timing, of course. They released the Mavic 3T and they released the Mavic 3E. And I got to tell you, I am pretty happy and excited about both of these. I think they were definitely much needed portable solutions. I think there's a lot of confusion and misconceptions surrounding the Mavic 3E, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, mechanical shutter. And they have no idea why they want it. They don't even have any idea why they need it, what it's good for. And then you have people asking like, oh, can you shoot this with it? Can you, it's not a drone for videographers. It's not a drone for cinematographers. It's none of that. It's not like that. This is a drone that you're going to make money with. Both drones actually are going to be drones that you make money with. But really quickly, before we get too far into it, Eddie, we gotta greet the chat here. We've got a lot of people. We've got Joe Fotolito, got Wedge and Big, the Flying Grip. We got Matt Bagwell, Yellow Rose Drones, R3RC, Michael Belshi, RC Ritter. Let's see, we got B-Man in the house. B-Man, dude, I saw your text. I'm sorry I didn't respond. It's been one of those days. We got Air Snapshots, LLC, Tampa Dronography, Arco Drone Solutions, Eagle Eye Aerial, Chris Williams, Bedford County Aerial Views. We got Leonard Oglesby, HAL 9000, the legendary HAL 9000, Maddie's Drone World. We got Lynn Smith, John Taylor, Harry Crab Cakes. How does the Mini 3 handle in the wind? It handles amazingly, just like crab cakes. Russ DeCrease. Let's see, we got Jason B, Intel Maxwell, Christopher W, Paradigm Pictures, Ray Kelly, Jesse Miller, Showdown Gaming, and Nestor Fernandez. If I missed anybody, I apologize. That's a lot of names. And Metro Drones with the $20 super chat. Metro, thank you so much. Always appreciate it. Never expected. I guess we can do something like DJ it up. So I appreciate it. So all right. So I have the Mavic 3T in hand, and I've been testing it for the past week and a half or so, putting it through its paces. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with it. I think it's a good evolution of the Enterprise series of drone. I was waiting for more information on it. When we get these units, like, we get tear sheets and we get, like, specs and what have you. And one of the things I wanted to know was it radiometric? And I couldn't get an answer on it until today. I was actually watching DJI's Enterprise video, and lo and behold, it's radiometric. So that's going to be a game changer at the price point it's at. So it's radiometric, 645 512 resolution, which is pretty much industry standard to an extent there. I mean, this is a little beast, man, for the price. $4,900 gets you a lot of drone to be able to do big boy jobs with it, essentially, and make some serious cash, which I think is pretty impressive. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for the remaining portion of the week. So as it would time correctly, so we do power line inspections, we do roofing inspections, and we do a lot of work with State Farm. So with there being so much damage, we're going to be going down into the Naples area once everything passes through to start doing claims processes with State Farm throughout the weekend. So I'm going to be bringing this with me,
Very busy.
Exactly, working through the night, doing inspections on roofing, and trying to help the adjusters. Which, I mean, usually with storm damage, it's pretty easy to decipher. I mean, really, won't even need a thermal in most cases, but it does help for the smaller damage. So,
yeah, I like how they left they left it the same form factor as the Mavic 3,
Exactly.
which
Why change it? Why change it?
yeah,
Why
yeah,
change it? It's already great. So
same batteries, right?
same batteries. So basically, you can use now. There is a difference on the batteries from the enterprise to the standard. So the enterprise batteries are tuned a little bit for the colder climates, hotter climates, so a little more endurance there. Obviously, too, you're putting attachments on there, so there is some changes in that regard. But if you were in a pinch, you could use your Mavic 3 batteries, swap them back and forth essentially if you needed to, or if you don't want to buy more. But I'll tell you, they charge fast as hell with that 100-watt charger.
Yeah.
Again, I keep going back to that freaking price point, man. Holy shit. Like basically, I mean, they basically, if there was ever a way you wanted to teabag the industry, basically just say F you to every other manufacturer, that's the way to do it. Like you just teabag the industry by releasing something that capable, but at that price point. Because for me, like the closest competitor at the time that can get me what I needed to do a job was Autel. But we're still talking $9,500. That's a big chunk of change. So if you're somebody who's new starting out in the industry, the only way you can do that is to try to finance it, right? You're like, because if you're a new business, you're not going to have that much capital essentially because you don't have clients. So if you're taking a risk, you're going to finance that. So now you're out $9,500. You still don't have clients. You're still trying to, cipher through what equipment you need. And now that's just half the cost. It's a lot more doable for people that are interested, but that barrier, like I said, the barrier to entry has been brought down, which I think is important. I think that's why, and people are like, well, you're not saying anything bad about it. Well, what's there to say bad about it? I mean, it's a commercial drone. It's a utility, right? There's not a lot not to like. Now, if they made that drone $10,000, okay, we have a little bit more to nitpick, but at that price point, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to complain. Now, you're talking about the mechanical shutter, that absolutely right there replaces the Phantom 4 Pro 100% when it comes to mapping. So when it comes to mapping and utilizing, the RTK system, that's going to be unmatched. It's going to be unmatched. So impressive stuff.
So let me ask you a question. Can I buy the mapping version and combine it with your cinematic LUTs and bypass the Mavic 3 Cine?
No.
And use both the best worlds there.
No, you can't. You can't do that, dude. You can't do that. And it's like I was reading through. So usually after every release, I go through and I go into the Facebook groups because forums are dead. If the Facebook groups have replaced forums, let's just face it.
Yes.
So and I'm seeing people complain about them not releasing an SDK and them not like, oh, this just made this obsolete. And I'm like reading all these super entitled, whiny posts, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, the Enterprise series of drones did not devalue the Mavic 3 or the Mavic 3 Cine. It did not. And the second thing is, when you're filming, a mechanical shutter is fantastic when you're filming super, super fast-paced things, right? It's super, like, if you're going to do something where you may have any sort of bowing in an image based upon how fast you're moving, then it becomes a huge deal. Like rolling shutter becomes a lot more apparent, essentially. But that's not really what a mechanical shutter does for video. That's what it does for photo, right? It does that for photo, allowing you to capture that image faster, which is important for mapping. People have the misconception that a mechanical shutter is going to affect their video quality. They're wrong. A global shutter will prevent that bowing, not a mechanical shutter. I don't know why that, like those two, like I was listening to people talk about that, and there's two different types. Like the reason why I fly a red Komodo on Cinelifters is because the red Komodo does not have a rolling shutter. It has a global shutter, and I don't get any of that bowing in the image, and it makes a big difference. You really do notice a difference in that. But when it comes to, let's say, the Mavic 3 series and like the Enterprise, the mechanical shutter is fantastic for capturing that fast image for photo, which 3D mapping, they're snapping off photo after photo after photo thousands of photos. They need it to be fast. So that's what it needs. So like people that are complaining about that, just they need to stop, because if they don't even know what the hell they're talking about, they shouldn't be complaining in the first place. That in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
But
This
it's funny because
it's it's a funny community. It's a great
it's very,
community, but
very funny.
it's a very spoiled community because I saw a thread on Facebook, 73 comments deep, pissed off that the Mavic 3 Fly More came with a $300 bag and the Enterprise
Yeah.
came with a hard case. 73 comments about a bag versus a hard case.
But the Enterprises have always come with some form of hard case.
And
That-
consumer has always come with a bag.
Right. So what's the problem? I don't understand. Like, here's the deal. When the Mavic 3 Cine dropped, right? It dropped, right? And they said, it's like what, it was like $3,900, $4,200 with the RC Pro or something like that, if I'm not mistaken at the
A
time.
Cine? No, five grand.
Okay, so it was $5,000 because it had the SSD, shot ProRes, whatever.
Yeah.
Did DJI put a gun to your head, Eddie, and say you had to buy this?
Oh,
Did
can
they
buy
put
it however you want it.
They put a gun to your head and said you have to buy this.
No, not at all.
No, exactly. Nobody said to anybody that you have to buy this. Nobody said it. Like when it comes down to consumer drones are always a want unless you're making money. Like at the end of the day, that's like me complaining about Sony dropping camera on top of camera that is going to cannibalize their last camera. That doesn't make sense. Like, stop. Like, unless you're making money from it, unless if it's absolutely going to affect you tremendously, there should be nothing to complain about. The reality is humans love to have the latest and greatest. They see the next shiny thing, they got to have it.
Yeah.
They got to have it. And it's like, it's ironic and funny in a sense, seeing people throw little mini online temper tantrums over what a company releases. Like, if I'm a business, I'm going to be in business to be in business, and I'm going to do whatever is going to be best for my business at that time, which they've taken that course, like obviously with this right here, they've taken that next evolution, which they waited an entire year. Have you ever noticed how when it comes to like the enterprise products, like where they take the Mavic and then they create it into an enterprise, it's almost always about a year. It's like 9 months later, right? So the consumers get it first. It's 9 months later. It's been like this for years. So if you know this, why the freak do you swipe your credit card when it first comes out? Think about it like this: like the consumers, that's not like a need. Like they don't need that. But when it comes to enterprise, it's going to be in the hands of like a lot of law enforcement, a lot of first responders. It has to be flawless. It has to be flawless because when people's lives are on the line, it needs to work at its best. So I like the line that they take where, okay, let's get it right before we put it in the hands of the people that are, essentially saving lives. I see a lot of companies come and go in the enterprise world, in the search and rescue world. They put out a product and it just sucks. And if push came to shove, you aren't saving a life. You're slowing down an operation. You're slowing down an operation with that product. I'm not going to mention names. I could, because holy shit, I've seen some things. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. It's like people are always going to complain no matter what happens, or it's just like here's the best one. I get some wacko comments, man. I'm getting better at just deleting the comments. I really am getting better at deleting them, like not interacting because it's so far fetched. But I mean, we saw it with the Avata. We saw it with we'll see it with every drone. And watch, when Autel puts something out and I review the next Autel drone, we'll get some wacko comments on that one too, which that's just the nature of the beast at that point. No matter what brand it is, you're always going to have, wacko comments.
Yeah. And I made it, I tweaked my strategy with YouTube lately as a viewer.
Yeah.
Like, for example, on your channel, when I view your videos, I have to spend the time to go through the comments because that's like the second part to the entertainment there.
Yeah, you gotta read the comments. You gotta read the comments on it. It's oftentimes, man, it's so peculiar to say the least. To say the least, it's very peculiar. when I sit there and spend the time like reading comments, I'm just like, I shake my head half the time, man.
You have to.
I mean, that's all you can do is just shake your head sometimes. But I mean, overall, we're gonna test it out this weekend. We're gonna do some inspection purposes with it. Um, we're gonna just run it through its paces essentially and see how it stacks up against some of the other drones that we have. You know,
Yeah.
we have the Autel thermals. We have both Autels. So we're gonna take a look at that, see how that stacks up. We obviously have the M30T, which has been, I think that's pretty much for me one of my most favorite out there right now, as far as enterprise products goes. So,
And the timing is perfect for you.
well, for me, the timing is really perfect. Just in like who would have thought, like they put it in my hands and then bam,
Mhm.
you know, all of a sudden now we have
S-
this freaking storm on our hands
Storm, yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, hey, I'm gonna give it a go, and see what happens. So, somebody asked what the refresh rate was. It's 30 hertz, by the way, on the refresh rate on the thermal. So,
Now that 100-watt charger, does it come with it or is it separate?
you know, I didn't get a clear answer on that because I believe the Mavic 3 Enterprise battery kit comes with the 3 batteries and a charging hub, but I believe the 100-watt charger comes with the Mavic 3T and the Mavic 3E. I believe it comes with it. I know in the video I made it seem like it was separate, but I believe the power adapter is actually coming with the drone itself. It's hard to say because our like the how it was shipped is not how it's going to ship to a consumer. So it makes
Right.
it a little bit more difficult to decipher. But I believe if you look at the well, we can just go out to the web page, Eddie, and take a
True.
look at that. Like I can just go out to the web page. Let's go out here and take a look at it. So we'll go to
The reason I ask is because I wonder if it would be beneficial for a Mavic 3 owner to buy that charger separate if they want to charge their
oh,
Mavic 3 batteries faster.
for sure. Well, trust me, I could see a lot of people buying that. Let me
GoPro recently did the same thing too. They released a separate charger that charges your battery much faster.
let's
Half the
go
time, I
back.
believe.
Let me go to this here. Let's see. All right, so here we are. I'm looking at the kits here because another question I had was about the pricing. Now, these are reserve prices. When I asked about this, it was with tax. So they're charging tax with this as well. So let's see. So if we click on this here, what does it come with? So this comes with, I see the 100-watt charger right there. So that's the worry-free basic combo. I can see the 100-watt chargers right here. So that's going to come with that 100-watt charger. Or yeah, that's the 100-watt charger. So you get that with the kit. So the only thing you're not getting is the charging hub, but you're getting the 100-watt charger, which is absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy they included it and they didn't try to sell it separate.
No, and that's and for me that thing, I mean, it works amazing. I plug the RC Pro into it, and then I plug my charging hub into it, and I'm charging all 3 batteries and charging the RC Pro at the same time, which before you weren't able to do that. Which I mean, I'll buy the 100-watt hub just for the simple fact that it'll speed up my process charging batteries now. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Definitely good.
Yeah.
Why is Lon's photo of a female? Has anybody
He said
noticed
he said he went to another country and got some work done.
No, he got some. I missed that. I must have missed that. I just glanced down and I see he's got like avatar of something. Yeah, that's weird. So, damn, that's funny. So, all right.
So
well, I missed that.
Yeah. But the pricing to me on these drones is just when you look at the Mavic 2 Enterprise.
Yeah.
I mean that was over $6,000, remember? $6,500 I think it was the price.
Well, so I can't remember. So the first Mavic 2 Enterprise was when FLIR was still a thing though.
Mm-hmm.
FLIR was still working with DJI when the Mavic 2 Enterprise released. I think it was like right around the Mavic 2 Advanced Enterprise that FLIR no longer was working with DJI. They were pulling back on all that. So the problem is like, and you see that even with Autel. If Autel has FLIR's name on something, the price is like way up here because FLIR just demands that price tag, right? So when you can produce your own sensor that is just as capable, similar specifications, and you have your own software to be able to analyze that data, you can bring that price down. So that's what they're doing. So they built their own ecosystem, DJI has, and they're able to bring that price tag down because you're not getting this like premium name like FLIR, where you're just literally paying for the name, but yet you're still getting the same performance. That's like me like buying a pair of Nikes and when I could just throw on a pair of I don't know, Reeboks or something that they're now selling at fucking Walmart and get similar performance. I don't have to have fucking Nikes. I can wear Reeboks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even wear some Fubus. I don't care.
Fubu.
I'll throw some Fubus on. I don't care. They walk the same, they walk the same. I'm gonna get similar performance for a fraction of the cost. I just compared a thermal sensor to fucking shoes.
Someone in the chat asked if it's the same props and same motors as a Mavic 3.
That I'm not 100% sure on. Like when I compare them side by side, they look relatively similar. The props look the same. The motors do look the same. I wouldn't think they would change much with that. I don't think they would have to change anything with that. But again, you don't see the KV like on an FPV motor. There's KVs on the side. There's stator sizes, so we can know. I like comparing them side by side. It looks the same. Now I say it looks the same, but I thought the same thing about the RC Pro Enterprise, and the RC Pro Enterprise had a microphone built in there, and the flight modes on the front are different. So, looks like they can change subtle things to make it just a little bit different for the use case that it's for. A lot of people are up in arms that the RC Pro doesn't have a microphone. Now, for me, like I've never once needed a microphone. The only people that are pissed about that are these guys that want to fucking live stream. And like when you like look at that from 1,000-foot view, there's like 10 people that are sitting there wanting to live stream and have a microphone. Like, listen, we've got enough douchebags live streaming on YouTube. We're full. We don't need any more live streaming from a fucking drone. We're full. We're fucking full. So find another way. Use the bus tokens, homie. We don't need any more. I was thinking about that the other day. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like scrolling through YouTube. I'm like, fuck, everybody's an expert now. We're all experts.
Oh,
What school did we go to? What school did we go to learn this shit? We all started the same way. Like we all, you just broke a lot of shit. It's like we all started learning this shit the same way. So, but now all of a sudden we're fucking experts with no certifications, no degrees. We all went to the school of what? What school?
We're all cinematographers.
Cinematographers. Award-winning. Fucking what a world, man. What a world. What a world this is.
Yeah.
I mean,
the YouTube Academy, Night Train says.
Academy of YouTube,
Yeah.
It's amazing because like 5 years ago, you had to go to school to do any of this shit. You had to go to school. You had to have a degree. You had to go, college broke to be able to make a living doing this. But now you can be an industry expert, basically with 6 months of attending YouTube University. And if you watch Billy Kyle's introductory course on Pilot Institute, you may be able to accelerate that even faster. And listen, I'm not here to sell you on a course, but if you're interested in a course, be sure to check out that camera drone course on Pilot Institute. Link in the description, shameless plug. Right now it's on sale. So just saying. Is that how you do it? Is that how you do a segue, Eddie?
That's how you do it.
That's how you do a segue into a course.
So,
but I don't want to spend too much time talking about enterprise because there's gonna be more videos on that. Airworks is in like a few weeks, like I think in 2 weeks. DJI Airworks is in 2 weeks. So I'll actually be out there. Billy's gonna be out there again. So we're gonna be in Las Vegas again. We're making an oath that we're not gonna bring any drones that we will lose this time. We're not bringing anything we're gonna lose.
No Avadas.
No, I think this time we're gonna try to learn something. My goal is to learn something this time. Last time, I'm not gonna lie. When I went to commercial UAV, it was 40% work and 60% play. It really was. It really was. And things escalated very quickly. So, but I'm going to bring the Mavic 3, I think, with me. I'll bring the Mavic 3 with me, because I didn't bring it with me this last time. I brought the Mavic Mini. I brought the Mini 3 Pro with me. So this time I'll bring the Mavic 3 because I haven't brought that to Vegas yet. I may bring the Avata. That's been my favorite little thing to take with me places. I've liked the Avata.
Yeah, it's small, compact.
It's small, it's compact, it's fun. It's just easy to travel with, which makes it exciting. So yeah, we'll probably take that with me. So I don't know. No LAN this time though. No LAN. Greg Booten says, I am using your rates on the Avata. Very happy with the way it flies. That is awesome. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. So, and then we got CES. I registered for CES.
Right.
So I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas in October. No Vegas until the remaining until January after that.
Because CES is when again? It's in January? February.
CES is in January 5th through January 8th, which is weird because this time it's a third. Right, it's through a weekend. It's in a weekend now, which is weird.
Right after the New Year.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay. We already got. That's the other thing, dude. Listen to this. This is the funniest shit.
Sweet.
No. Our hotel's already taken care of this time.
Oh, cool.
So we stayed at the Virgin for commercial UAV. We stayed at the Virgin, the new Virgin Hotel Casino, which is actually a Hilton property. And Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday or Monday. I can't remember what day it was. It was like the first day of commercial UAV. Shit got sideways really fast. But anyways, we got our rooms for free. So technically, maybe it's just like a pay in advance type of thing.
That sounds like a deeper story.
Oh yeah, there's a story there. So, but anyways, we got our CES rooms for free, which actually saves us a good bit of money. So I'm actually
that's pretty cool.
Pretty excited about that. So, because I was looking at the rooms out there, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to stay on Fremont Street for these rates, or I'm gonna have to like do some tricks on the corner of Flamingo and the Las Vegas Boulevard. I don't know. So, Dobo, you should plan a meetup when you go out to Vegas to go fly. We were going to do that the last time, but then everybody's like, that's a really bad idea. It's dangerously hot out. And then when we got there, I'm like, it's not that hot. But then I got off the plane. I'm like, holy shit, maybe this is a good idea to listen to people because it's really hot. It is really hot. It was hot. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do it this time when we go out. Maybe we'll go and do it.
Maybe it's a little cooler, right? In January, it should be cooler. Hopefully.
Yeah, or do it this time. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we could do it this time. I don't know. So, I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. We'll figure something out. But yeah. So, good stuff. What time is it? We're at 9:33.
We're 9:33. You still have power.
I still got power. How about
you have
that?
Internet?
I can't believe it, man.
And you still have Comcast, right, as your internet provider?
No, I have Spectrum, which they're pretty bad. But you know what I'm seeing is there's this company called Open Infra. Yeah, so it's called Open Infra Fiber. So they're putting in fiber, and I'm like, dude, this is great. Like, we're gonna have fiber, better speeds, better uploads. So I'm super stoked to see them putting that in, because right now the only game in town is Spectrum. And I actually, for a little brief while, I had one of those T-Mobile internet box things. That it lasted for 2 days, and I'm like, no, this has got to go. It was doo-doo. It was absolute doo-doo. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
And they advertise that almost as like as a dedicated internet service provider.
Yeah, I don't think it's like there yet, man. Like, I see some people talk about Starlink. Starlink could be a thing later on down the road. But I mean, as of right now, it's really hard to do that wireless home internet, because if a lot of people start getting on it, it just fucking bombs it out. And could you imagine with the storms and the internet dropping out, everybody was going to be on that, and it would just been no good. So, yeah, so I was glad that I ended up sticking it out with Spectrum, even though they do suck. they are just the best in town at this point. So that's all I can do. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think it's going to be a nice time too for like drone stuff to start slowing down. Right now, I'm still waiting on my Action 3 to ship. I haven't got any shipping info
Oh
on that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
Forgot about
ordered it.
that.
I ordered the Action 3 right, like literally right as it dropped. I ordered it, and I haven't gotten any notification that it shipped yet. So I need to look that up, dude. So it said by
Strange.
October 4th. October 4th's coming up, what, next week? So that'd be fantastic. If it did ship, I may take that with me to Vegas. I really want to just fly it and compare it to the Hero
GoPro.
11. Yeah, the GoPro.
Yeah. It's pretty weird how they get shipping right on certain products and then some are delayed. Like the Avata shipped out pretty quick. Like Tom, for example, out in Nevada had his
Dude, they had those fast,
his Avata
man.
the next day.
That was
after
fast,
release.
dude. I've never seen a release where the fuck
Where
you,
the,
Russ. With Giddy waiting for your custom bumps. What do you? Oh, his custom bumps. I thought he was talking about customs. I thought he was talking about waiting through getting his bumps.
Customs.
Yeah, customs and shipping. I'm like, don't
Yeah.
start with me. Piss me off. Like, God, coming here like some sort of celebrity, gonna get bumped up into customs, and they're gonna ship your shit sooner. I thought some reason that's where my mind trended. See what he does? He brings out the worst in me. He brings out the worst in me.
We were talking about shipping and
Yeah.
getting action cams.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for it. No, I made something for Russ though. Did I show you what I made him today?
I saw they look pretty good.
I put it on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull it up.
When you showed me the picture right away, the first thing I said, is that for us? Because the colors were spot on.
Dude, yeah, I was so happy with it. Dude, I spent like, that one took a minute. You know why it took so long to print that? Because I had to stop every layer. Every layer had to be a new thing.
Before you ship that to Russ, let me review that invoice. I want to make sure that I represent you appropriately.
No, don't
That
worry.
sounds like a lot of work.
But look at this. This is the one I made for Russ. That's what I made for Russ. Look how perfect it is. Doesn't that scream 51 drones?
Yeah, like I said, you didn't have to tell me it was for him. When I saw that, I was like, is that for us?
And I put out this one. Who's this one for? Do you know who this is for?
Oh, I can't see your screen, so I don't know.
Oh, you can't see the screen. Okay, so it's like a purple and a white. You know what color combination this is?
Is that like out in the other side of the world?
No, this is I call that the Wombat Slayer.
Oh, okay. So
I'm starting to work through colors now that I'm getting caught up. Starting to work through colors with it. So I think the colors actually look pretty good. So I didn't want to do colors at first because it's a lot of work to do, and you need a lot of machines to do it. But now
did you do a Captain America one for our Canadian friends?
So I pissed off so many people with that because
really?
Yeah, because like they took it as a different reference because I said I'm going to call this one Captain Drone, like Captain America, but Captain Drone because it was red, white, and blue. But then I guess when I said it, I didn't really think that the double meaning could be for our Canadian friend, Steve, Captain Drone. I didn't realize like it could be this. So I had people, no, Captain Drone is trademark. No, Captain Drone is not trademark. The motherfucker didn't even buy the website because I can go out and buy that domain for $4,000. If I wanted to be an absolute arrogant prick, I can buy Captain Drone for $4,000. You know what? Let me start a GoFundMe for CaptainDrone.com. I'll start a GoFundMe. We'll do a GoFundMe and then we'll gift Steve the domain. We'll buy the domain and then we'll gift it to him. We'll gift him the domain. We'll give Steve the domain because they're holding it hostage for $4,000.
Wow.
That's a pretty good chunk of change for a website to create a landing page. So we'll buy the landing page for Steve. We'll buy it for him and then we'll gift it to him. And then everything's good in the world. Is that how that works? That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we're all friends.
Then we're all friends again. So, I mean, the thing is, if you have an idea in your mind, like as soon as I started thinking about YouTube, I bought OriginaldoBo.com. I bought OriginaldoBo.com. I bought OriginaldoBo I bought OriginalDildo.com. I bought OriginalDoboSucks.com. You buy them all. So I bought it. And like with a name like OriginalDobo, it's like, fuck, you're not thinking, your mind's not going there. But there's people who do that. They look at influencers and then they go out there and they buy the website. They hold it hostage for this ridiculously high price. And they wait to see who is going to, spend that money. But that sucks. Like for Steve, like having Captain Drone, like he can do CaptainDrone.net or CaptainDrone.org. It doesn't have the same ring as CaptainDrone.com. But then I so I did reach out to these people and I was trying to negotiate with them. I said, let's make a deal here. Like, and they're like, well, we'll give you $1,000 off. So they'll wheel and deal with you. Or you can lease the domain from that. But for $250 a month, I've got better things to do. I was thinking about it for a quick second, then have like this website development done on it and do the whole thing up for him. But I mean, that's a lot of effort on my part. I'm not an asshole. I would like to see him get the website. I really would. I just think that they're holding it hostage, and I think that's stupid because I know how that would piss me off. So I say we buy the website for him.
Let's just do a GoFundMe. It's the easiest way to solve things on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I like to see everybody have a fair shake. So I digress. CBP said, just got my Dobo GoPro mount for the DJI FPV and for my Avata. I'm going to try it out on my lunch break. Good stuff, man. Well, don't break anything. Because I did tell you it was a bad idea.
He said for the FPV.
No, he got it for both. He got it for both. He got it for both.
Yeah, this thing is awesome.
Oh, you got one? You can't. What you got? You got a new one. Oh, that's right. So tell me about that, dude. You got a new FPV drone. Are you allowed to talk about it? Did they made right?
I bought it. You're such a dick. So I bought it.
You can't. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that.
You're such a dick. Yeah, I'm gonna get you the next one.
Oh shit.
When I posted, I did post a picture of your Avata bumpers. I got the Fly More from DroneWorks.
Yeah.
And then I had this on the side. I was waiting for people to say, "Oh, you got your FPV back?"
Yeah, no one picked up on it. Not a single person gave a shit.
No.
Oh God, that's funny.
Because it wasn't dramatic anymore. People only care about the drama.
You know who I see is having a good time with the Avata?
Who's that?
Ken Herron.
Oh, I haven't. Okay, I have to check it out.
He did not like the FPV drone. He did not like that FPV drone at all. But he was using Barclay's Avata, and you can tell like he was sort of like you can tell he was interested in it and he liked it. So now that he's got one, like he's flying it more, and he's like, you can tell like he really likes it. You can always tell when he really likes it because he makes a lot of content around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird, like, because Ken's like one of those guys, like, if he doesn't like something, you'll get one video from it, and that's it. You won't see it again. You won't see it again. So that's how you can tell he likes it. So, and I mean, like I said, it's good at what it does, and it doesn't try to be something that it's not. And I think that's the most important thing. And that's why so many people. That's why it's so they're freaking out of stock in some stores, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cool. What did I miss here in the chat? What model printer I use? I use many printers. I use Prusa. I use Ender. I use a company called Artillery. So I use a couple of different printers, and they're going to town right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 10 of them going right now as we're on the stream. Maybe will be able to hear it, maybe not. I don't know, but it's pretty hot in here. Jordan Hamwork says, still waiting for Ken to answer my text. Did he text me? Somebody text me?
I think he just dropped the text in the chat.
Where did Jordan's text go?
Right there. He just put it. He said, "Hi, I was wondering if you had the time today to come shoot a property Hernando Beach."
But here's a funny thing about that. That's what was happening yesterday. I was like, I looked down at my schedule, and I'm not complaining about work, but there was 7 appointments and like that. And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way we're going to do this because the rains, like I knew after 12 o'clock, we were going to get pummeled with rains. There was no way. And then I was thinking, I just shit my pants. No, literally. Did you just hear that?
Oh. That's rain?
I think it's hail or something, dude, on the roof.
I can hear it if you listen closely, yeah.
You can hear it. Let me go check. That would suck.
That's crazy. Hail. Well, the good thing is that hail won't really do damage to the roof, I don't think. 10 printers running during a storm, that's a big league. Yeah, Ken never stops. Ken is pushing those things out there.
Little pebbles, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Wow.
little pebbles. I thought I heard it, dude. That sucks. As long as it's not golf balls. Like golf balls, that's how I'm gonna drive my ass home. I'm gonna try to fucking park in a parking garage or something. But yeah, what hail usually brings tornadoes, yeah?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not a meteorologist. Shit. No, I didn't park in the garage. I don't park in the garage. I can't fit in the garage. The garage, it's so weird. Florida garages are the weirdest because they're so shallow. Like some are super shallow and then some are super deep. If I ever find another house, it's going to be with a deep garage. That's what
you have you have a 3-inch lift on your thing now, right? On your
yeah,
Gladiator.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. It's the forwards to backwards, the length of the vehicle. Like the length of the vehicle is the problem. Back when we just had cars, no big deal. No big deal at all. But I mean, I'm really surprised we haven't lost power. Super surprised. That's almost shocking in a sense because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, like I know people down in Tampa have lost power. But we have not. So now, if we lose power this evening, different story. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pansy. Like when it starts creeping over like, 80 degrees in a house. I mean, I'm a strip down butt naked. I'll because I start sweating, and you think I would be conditioned for this because my wife, she likes to keep the house at about 79 degrees, and it's like a constant thermostat battle. I don't know how many of you guys have to deal with that, but I'll lower the thermostat. She'll raise the thermostat, and I think at this point, the Nest thermostat favors her more, like just the way she may touch the thermostat or something, like it likes that better. But I'm about to replace it with an Ecobee and lock her ass out of it. I'm telling you, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to lock her out of it. Let's see.
You have a generator.
Do I no, I don't have a generator. I've got an EcoFlow.
EcoFlow.
I got an EcoFlow. That's just as good, right? That's good for about a day and a half. I got an EcoFlow.
Modern generator.
That's the modern generator. No, it's funny. I was thinking about buying a generator. Here's the best time to buy a generator. Tomorrow or Friday is the best day to buy a generator. So after the storm passes, all these assholes that went out and bought a generator are going to be looking to return their generator. Go buy a generator tomorrow, or you go on Friday, buy a generator, because all these assholes, same thing with water, everybody buying water and stuff. And they didn't need water, but they're out there buying all this water and shit. And why they need all that water?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like they're buying all the water. And they didn't need to do that. So same thing with gas. Everybody freaked out with gas, buying gas. I don't know. I don't understand. Is Exodrone still in business? I understand. Subscribed. I am Exo's biggest hater. I think they're still in business, but they're still doing business under Open Store, right? Is that my understanding, Eddie? They're still in business under Open Store?
I think so. I'm not really sure. I don't follow them like that.
I don't follow. I dropped off after they sold. I dropped off. I stopped following them after they sold. Charlie's like, oh, I'm going to have more subscribers than you in a year's time. Well, how's that going, Charlie?
What's
the matter?
Look him up, but I don't know his what is his YouTube?
Charlie Cannon, I think it was. Charlie Cannon. Robert's asking about. I got a buddy text me. He's like, "Hey, is everything okay?" I said, "I'm watching the weather report. I need to refresh this this map because I'm, when you start getting hail and shit, you're like, wait a second, what's going on here?"
Google, you know what's interesting? Google Maps shows
I think it's
the hurricane.
It looks like it's breaking apart though when you're looking at it. Like, oh, I see. Like there is some red sweat, like some red, areas of precipitation and lightning. I see. I do see the lightning. Like you can see the lightning strikes on the one radar. So I mean, I'm in a bit of a piece here, but this storm looks like it's moving. It's fucking up Polk County right now. So like Lakeling, Polk County, Wauchula, it's really jacking them up right now. Like Avon Park, Frostproof area, those guys, they're getting jacked up right now. And then it'll make its way across into Melbourne. So, I mean, it looks like it's crossing the state right now. So by tomorrow, I mean, we should be pretty much in the clear, I would think. I mean, I hope. Looks better. We got lucky. We got lucky as shit, man. I'm going to go play the lotto tomorrow.
You definitely got lucky.
Yeah, because when we started looking at those earlier reports, man, I really thought we were going to get jacked. I really did. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, shit, I have all these orders I have to get out. I've got prints I got to do. So what happened, I have people hitting me up. I said, I put a post out there that, we're not going to be able to be shipping as fast because I'm down. Ethan is still shipping. But like to dump 150 orders on him is not fair. So he probably shipped like 40 orders today. And I'm like, because I'm still working through all the prop guards and stuff. And I said, the post office is closed. And then the other thing is we get some supplies, like our shipping materials come from Amazon Business. Well, Amazon, all of a sudden, now all of my shipments are pushed back till Monday and Tuesday. So I'm like, fuck, I got to go now to Office Depot and pay like premium dollar for shipping bags, which I'm pissed about. Because, they jack up the rates on those, right? So it's like, it's freaking annoying, man. It's freaking annoying. So needless to say, we're still staying on schedule. Even with the storm, we still shipped out a shit ton of product, which I'm really impressed about, because a lot of people put their stores on vacation, but because I ship from California, I don't have to do that. I ship from California and Florida, so I didn't have to do any of that. So that's one nice thing about, having a business partner is like you can make it viable in all situations. Like you can take vacations. Now, what's that?
And I have to say that I got mine from California, which means you didn't print these.
Yeah.
But the reason why I mentioned that is because like the quality, that's the first thing that stood out to me. Quality is consistent regardless if it's you or Ethan.
We use the same machines. We use this. So when we first started doing the 3D print shop, we were using Ender 3s. And what we found was no one Ender 3 was the same as another Ender 3. Like you can have the same configuration. You can have the same hot end. You can have the same extruder. It could be the same everything. And it's not going to print the same as his Ender 3. So you had to tune and create profiles for each individual Ender 3. And I'm like, I was like, screw this. I'm like, we're not doing this. So then we moved over to Prusa and Artillery. And the cool thing with Artillery and Prusa is the fact that I can have 5 machines and all 5 machines are going to print the same as one another. There is no fuckery. Same thing with the Prusas. The Prusas, like I can have one machine. They all print the same. So now that's really what made it, that's what made it life a lot easier. And now we got involved with different 3D printing. So now we're doing resin, and the resin it's a little bit more work. We can print higher volumes, but the end result of the product looks like it's injection molded. It looks amazing. It looks
a liquid, right? Resin is like a liquid.
Yeah, it's got to be cured, and it's.
What do you do with the liquid? Like the excess liquid?
There is no excess liquid.
Oh, there is none.
There. That's the thing. The waste is a lot less. So yes, you have you have supports that break off, but you just throw those away. You don't cure those supports. So like I'm not putting them under a UV light and curing them. We're cleaning them down. So when I clean them, I just dump the whole thing into the solutions, clean it all, break them apart, separate those, cure them, bag them. That's how it goes. So Somebody asked, is the resin toxic to you? So the resin isn't necessarily that it's toxic. It does have some VOCs, which are some fumes. So when I'm handling the resin, I'm typically wearing a mask. But I have so I converted my bathroom into a resin print area. So it has exhaust fans and I have HEPA filters in there taking out the fumes. So I'm printing right now, I can't smell any of the fumes because it's exhausting out and the HEPA filters filtering out the smell. So you can have essentially 3-4 printers running and never smell any of the VOCs. Like when you watch these guys on YouTube and they have these resin print channels, they don't do a good enough job of telling you that you should be doing this in a very well ventilated area. You shouldn't be breathing in these fumes because they get all these beauty shots. But let me tell you, these fumes will freaking mess you up. It'll knock you on your ass. It will knock you on your ass 100%, dude.
Yeah.
But the end result is it looks really, really amazing. It does look amazing. So
it looks really, really good.
So the 3D prints that we're getting right now are just so sick. So Coolio died? Coolio died? No. No way. How old was he?
59. Yeah. He died at 59.
Wow, dude. Shit, man. That's sad. Eddie, I think it's worth getting the stream demonetized for Coolio.
I thought you was gonna get a 40 ounce and start spilling it or something.
No, dude, we gotta. Where is it?
You're gonna play your favorite song? Your favorite Coolio song?
Can you hear that, Eddie?
No. Maybe the stream hears it though.
I don't know.
Can the stream hear it?
I don't know.
Oh, but you can hear it. That's what matters.
I can hear it.
There you go.
I don't know if anybody else can hear that, man. No, they didn't hear it, Eddie.
Oh, we hear something now. Is that you?
Hear it? That's probably me.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, you can't. I don't know. Can you hear that? No.
No. It's
Shit,
all right.
Man. That's terrible, Eddie.
They can hear it afterwards. We saved the stream from being demonetized.
Well, we did save it, yeah. That's terrible, Eddie. How did we do it last time, Eddie?
I have no idea.
You don't know.
You have all the controls. I don't have controls.
You have controls, Eddie.
Well, the one time you gave me controls, I messed it all up. So you said never again.
I don't know, Eddie. Tell me something more, Eddie.
Well, maybe you can sing it.
How do I sing it, Ed?
Sing the song.
I'm not gonna sing the song, Eddie. I'm not gonna sing the song. I want the whole thing or nothing. I want the whole thing.
So maybe I find the karaoke version on my phone to the beat, and then you sing the words, and then we do two things: we play the song, and we avoid a copyright.
Or I just play the song and I let the copyright rip.
But you can't play the song because it doesn't work.
How do you know?
Because you tried.
Why won't this let me play Gangster's Paradise, bro?
Because it's against the code of conduct for YouTube.
No, it isn't. Fuck that. All right, well, it's 9:58. As Coolio would say. What would he say, Eddie?
Go listen to Gangster's Paradise.
Go listen to Gangster's Paradise for Coolio. All right, that's going to do it for Jerome Brews. We will see you next week. Hasta luego.
Mañana.
Mañana.
Maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my...
I have no fucking idea how this works. I just want to play the fucking music.
You gotta press that button.
No, I don't. I don't understand this shit, dude. No, now it made a new fucking folder, Eddie. Why is this thing so stupid?
It's Ecamm. I told you to get rid of it.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, Eddie. Not one. Oh, I'm deleting that. No, but there should be a way that you can add sound, right? Nope, that's another one. I just added another one. Why would I do that? That's stupid.
It's all Ecamm. You should definitely use Restream.
Maybe you're right, Eddie. Maybe you're factually right. But
Yeah, and now that that Paul hasn't streamed the last 8 weeks, he's not using your account anymore. You can go back to Restream.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. I can't go back to Restream. I can't do it, Eddie. I'm too good for that. I'm too good for Restream.